What's going on, guys? Aussie here and welcome back to a brand new video. And you might notice something a little bit different, let's say, that I do actually have a brand new setup. Now, you might question one thing and one thing only, and it is going to be the wall. I know all of you guys are looking at this ugly wall behind me. Listen, the setup is not complete. Give it a few days, give it a few weeks, and you're going to see a beautiful wall behind me. You're also going to see some, garbage around me kind of move out the camera. So just keep that in mind. I do understand it's not the greatest setup, and it's not probably the greatest thing to look at, but it is what it is. We are going to have to deal with it probably the next day or two, maybe. We'll see what happens, but let's get straight into the video. Team of the week predictions. Your boy Ben Yedder is going to be first, grabbing 2 goals in a 3-2 win, 8.1 rating. Boys, he also got man of the match, and he had the guts to go on Twitter teasing FIFA 20/FIFA 21 players, saying enjoy me for the first weekend league, saying enjoy me for the first team. He was just saying whatever he wanted on Twitter pretty much. He was literally just trying to grind it straight into our skin. By the end of the day, we're gonna have to deal with it. He is also an amazing player in real life, and he definitely does deserve this team of the week. Moving on to the man, Jamie Vardy, the guy that scored 2 penalties and also another goal, getting himself a hat-trick against Manchester City. Man City. Come on, you don't see that every day. A player actually scoring a hat-trick against City. We all know how good City is this year, and we all know how good City's been for the previous years. But Jamie Vardy, they still can't stop him. And Jamie Vardy is one hell of a player, and he will be getting Team of the Week. If we do not see Jamie Vardy in Team of the Week, I might have to question EA a little bit. But he did manage to get himself man of the match with a 9.6 rating as well. Moving on to Luis Suarez. Suarez coming in the 70th minute. 70th minute. He didn't even start the game, and he still managed to get himself man of the match, getting himself an 8.9 rating, 2 goals with the 1 assist. Luis Suarez, lad. What do I really have to say? Barcelona kind of pushed you away, didn't they? Let's all be fair. He was an amazing striker for them. I feel like he probably should have stayed. But Atletico Madrid picking up an absolute bargain of a player, and him probably showing them that he can actually be their main striker. Players like João Felix and Correa also had an amazing game. Well, I had to put Luis Suarez. Come on now, let's all be fair. He's going to probably get it. Next up, we do have Folk Rug. I believe how you pronounce it. Sorry to all my Germans. I know you're probably sitting there saying, your pronunciation is absolute garbage. Listen, it's what I have to deal with. I'm English/Portuguese. I do not know how to pronounce these German names. But he did manage to get himself 3 goals, a 9.7 rating. Come on now. Anyone that's going to get himself a hat-trick, apart from Ronaldo and Messi, because I know EA decided to themselves, Ronaldo and Messi, even though they score a hat-trick, they're probably not going to be in it, which I have no idea why. But him, this kind of player scoring a hat-trick, you just have to put him in there. Next up, we do have Kramrick, an Hoffenheim player that managed to beat Bayern 4-1, I do believe. A player that grabbed 2 goals with an 8.4 rating, grabbing himself man of the match as well. Bayern losing to Hoffenheim? It's believable because Hoffenheim is not a terrible team. But Bayern, you have to be doing better. Come on, man. You're Champions League winners out here. Losing 4-1 is unacceptable. Moving on to Mohr. Listen, alright, once again, English/Portuguese. I have no idea how to pronounce his Polish name. And if I tried, I'll probably be stuttering here for a very, very long time. So I am going to call you Mohr for now on. The only player in this whole team of the week that managed to get himself a 10 out of 10 rating. He scored a hat-trick, and I do believe it's the Chinese league as well. Even though he doesn't look like a player that'll probably be going for a lot of coins, you have to put him in the team of the week predictions. Let's all be fair, man. A hat-trick, a 10 out of 10 ratings, it just doesn't go unseen. Now, Fati is going to be the player that we're all going to talk about at this stage, because he didn't have a FIFA 20 card until very, very late. But Fati scoring 2 goals, 2 early goals for Barcelona, also getting himself the penalty that Lionel Messi did end up taking, a 9.7 rating, him getting man of the match, and a player that I really want to see how he develops for Barcelona, because he could be a player that we see as like a top tier kind of Neymar, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he obviously is not on the level of Neymar at this current time, but we could see him develop into that kind of player. Next up, we do have Cali, and Cali got himself a goal and assist against Dortmund. Dortmund and Bayern losing in the same week is something you don't see very often. Let's just say that. But a goal and assist and a 9.0 rating, him getting involved with both goals, I definitely do see himself getting a team of the week. Lozano is going to be the player up next, and Lozano I could obviously question a little bit, because there's obviously Mertens that also had an amazing performance. But the reason I personally put Lozano and not Mertens, and yeah, I understand there could be two of the same players from the same team, but I don't see that happening very often when it comes down to the first team of the week. So the reason I've gone for Lozano is because he did end up getting a man of the match and a 9.2 rating with the 2 goals, 0 assists. But he's a player that will be going for, and I mean a lot of coins. Probably 150k. You could even argue 200k for this guy at the start. Next up, we do have Bowen, a West Ham player, a new West Ham player, picking up 2 goals, an 8.5 rating. What a performance he did have. A player I can definitely say is probably not going to be usable in FIFA, because just the pace, the dribbling, the shooting is not top tier. We know that for a fact, but I definitely do believe he does deserve a team of the week. Now Gomez, picking up the 1 goal, the 2 assists, a 9.4 rating as well, is a player we can definitely see when it comes down to the first team of the week. I do believe, if I remember correctly, his team won 6-0. I think it was Atlanta, unless it was someone else, but I think they actually won 6-0. But look at this card. If this card gets a team of the week in the first week, like, oh my god, come on now, he's going to be absolutely broken. He is extremely small. I believe he is a 5'5" player, but that could be the meta. We don't know yet. Moving on to Bruno Fernandes. Me being a Manchester United fan, you already know I've got a lot to say about Bruno Fernandes. A beautiful, beautiful assist to Rashford. And Rashford went on to turn 2 or even 3 players. And just look at the state of that goal. If you guys haven't seen it, please go and see it, because it was a beautiful goal. And the pass from Bruno Fernandes was unbelievable. But the goal, the penalty to win the whole thing. People say it wasn't a penalty. Hey, for me, you can't really argue against it. The guy's hand is up. It hit literally perfect. Hit the guy's hand. And yeah, it was after the whistle. But come on now. You have to bring that back. And Bruno Fernandes did manage to hit it top bins. The composure was unbelievable. And I definitely do see Bruno Fernandes with an 8.1 rating. Him getting man of the match is going to be up there with the team of the weeks. Now, next up, we do have Lopez, a centre/CDM that did manage to get himself 2 goals, an 8.4 rating. Not much to say about Lopez, but you don't see a CDM grabbing 2 goals very regularly. So that's why I believe EA will probably push that towards that team of the week. Next up, we have got Oliveira with the 1 goal with the 1 assist as well. The centre mid, FC Porto, grabbing himself a win. He was a huge part in Porto's win, a 9.3 rating. Not much to say once again. A player that definitely won't be going for a lot, but he doesn't look like a bad player with the 80 shooting, 85 passing. I do believe, I do understand that stats are not, bang on, but I reckon that will probably be the stats that he'll probably get. Next up, we do have Valverde. Now, Valverde, I can honestly question, will probably be the one that might not get team of the week, because they did end up winning 3-2. Sergio Ramos, apparently, I haven't seen it, but Sergio Ramos, apparently the penalty wasn't meant to be a penalty, but it is what it is. I really couldn't care less about that. Valverde had a huge part in Real Madrid's win, getting himself the man of the match, also scoring a goal, an 8.5 rating. And then being Real Madrid, you could see EA slowly lean towards their side, if you know what I mean, and giving them players team of the weeks after team of the weeks after team of the weeks. Next up, we do have Tavernier. 2 goals, 9.1 rating, both being penalties. But when it comes down to a right back scoring goals, EA don't see that, very regularly. So they'll probably grab onto it a little bit. It was I believe it was a big win for Rangers as well. But 2 goals for a right back. Come on now. If he doesn't get team of the week, you kind of have to question it a little bit. Moving on to Ruben Dias. Yeah, he only got 1 goal. Yeah, it was a 7.7 rating. But he also got the man of the match. And he is a player that managed to get Benfica. I do believe they got him the win. So Ruben Dias, you could honestly see this card being the last card as a Benfica player. He's made like a 70 million euros deal with Man City. I don't know how that's going on, because if that actually goes through, this is the last team of the week that we will be seeing a Benfica Ruben Dias. But 70 mil, I believe, was the offer. I'm not sure about that one, but I definitely do believe he does deserve the team of the week. Moving on to Calderola, I believe is how you pronounce it, a centre-back scoring 2 goals with an 8.4 rating. Once again, centre-back scoring goals. EA will literally go onto that at any point. If a centre-back gets 2 goals, even if they get a goal and assist, they'll jump straight onto it. So I definitely do think he is going to get the team of the week. Moving on to Benitez. 5 saves, 8.2 rating, 84 overall. Could be the actual person's rating. But boys, the only reason I've actually put him in here, because you might be questioning a little bit. 5 saves doesn't look that impressive, but he got player of the week for Ligue 1. So I feel like EA will see that. They'll think to themselves, he also had an amazing performance and he definitely does need to be in that team of the week. Moving on to Darlow. There's not much to say about Darlow other than the fact that he had an amazing, and I mean amazing, performance against Tottenham. They did manage to get themselves a 1-1 draw, with the last goal for Newcastle, well, the only goal for Newcastle, being a penalty in like the 94th minute, where Eric Dyer put his hand up. I don't really believe it was a penalty, but you know, it is what it is. We're not here to, you know, talk about that. The 11 saves, him getting man of the match as well. Tottenham could have had God knows how much goals, but this guy just pulled out wonder save after wonder save after wonder save. And that is going to be it when it comes down to Team of the Week predictions. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and for now, peace.